Can everyone see my screen?
Yep.
So, hey everyone, welcome to the Harbor Community Meeting. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you are. I'm Alex. I'm the PM for Harbor. So the agenda for today is one of our maintainers, Ziming, will share some updates on the adapter verification testing framework, which goes a long way to help facilitate how we test against this ever-expanding list of third-party replication targets. So that's always been a struggle for us, and also helps with quality control. And then Boris Barbarov, hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, is also here to share some progress on the Docker registry. So let's have Ziming go first, if you don't mind. And then, Ziming.
Okay.
Let me stop sharing my screen. All right.
Okay, can you see my screen? Okay.
Yep.
As you know, there's a very important Harbor feature is the replication, and currently there are many replication adapters, and there will be more adapters, such as Tencent and Aliyun and Docker Enterprise and maybe so more. So the biggest challenge for us is how to make it all right at any time. So we create a testing framework in order to check the replication adapters behavior is correct all the time, and also make the new PR can follow the same test and to make sure their PR's quality. And here this GitHub repo called replication verification is the framework. As you see here is the current report that we are running. Don't worry about the red case. It is just because I submit a bad commit. So actually this should be more green. Just like this one. This is my old repo, and the replication framework here. As you can see, we can check different adapter and different branch. We will run it every day to do the replication test to these public clouds. Here I can explain the case. Currently we have 4 checkpoints. If all checkpoints are green, it means this adapter can archive create endpoint successfully and do pull-based replication successfully, and do push-based successfully, and also the delete event-based successfully. currently you can see most of our traditional adapter is green. Only there's some bug with Google GCR and GitLab for the deletion replication because we are trying to fix this now. And the Qi adapter is added recently, but it still have some bug. So it can't create an endpoint successfully now. And the community is fixing this. And this framework, if some community developers want to add new replication adapters, he can simply clone this repo to his local and just run some easy commanders. He can do the test locally, and it will produce a GIF. I mean, you can such as this. You can click this URL, and there will be a screen record that all testing run, and the developer can paste this GIF file to the PR that help us to do the review. And yeah. Okay, I think this is the main demo. Do you have any questions? Here you can see the record is doing is creating project, and yeah, this will create two projects. One is used to do push-based replication, and another is just pull the image. Yeah, and the testing framework is run with the robot framework. Yeah, which is a testing framework. Oh, and if developers want to add a new case, he just need to add one robot test case like this. He just need to provide the images on his registry, and also the credential infos. Of course, the credential info will be saved in the settings secrets, so it will not be text. Here you can see all secrets will be input here. Yeah, that's all.
Hey, thanks, Timmy. Yeah, I think this is really valuable because I think we see a lot of problems with every releases, you know, on replication targets, push-based or pull-based, failing, or test connection, job deletions. So I'm curious, what version like of the different third-party registries is it testing against? So for example, GCR, what would it test against?
Do you mean Harbor version or GCR version?
I mean GCR version.
Okay. We are just GCR. Actually, we don't care about the GCR version. We are just call its API. If it change API, maybe the test will fail or we can find it. If it change.
I think
Yeah.
GCR is cloud service. It's not a product. Have some versions. So only consider the current GCR.
Got it. So it's the most, whatever the API is returning.
Yeah. For all the public cloud registry, we are using the latest version they provided.
Okay.
Yeah, I would also like to thank Zimin for taking initiative to complete this testing framework. I know we are worried about the different replication adapters a lot in previous release, even though we have enabled and we don't know whether Harbor version can work with their latest released version. As we just discussed, this test framework will give us more confidence about what versions we can, the committed users can use to do the replication for themselves. And in the same time, given that our proxy cache feature is also depending on the registry, this framework also can be very useful for us to testing all the proxy cache endpoint in the future. We are working on that now. So yeah, really appreciate for the effort.
Yeah, I think Quay is, we have so many issues on Quay, right? There are tickets related to Quay every other week almost. Seems to break very often as well. And is this testing against pushing and pulling of container images only, or the whole range of artifacts that are now supported on? I guess it depends on supportability of these artifacts on the target registry, right? But like between Harbor and Harbor, is it testing just push-based and pull-based Docker images, or is it testing like CNABs, OPAs, etc.?
Okay, so I will stop sharing.
Yeah, yeah, we can talk offline. All right, so thank you, Zimin. And then Boris, I don't know too much about your agenda, so just take it away.
Hi, my name is Boris Bobrov. I work as software engineer at SUSE. I have a concern about the current state of our main component, Docker registry. Docker registry is part of Docker distribution, and Docker distribution seems to be unmaintained. On their Slack channel, they say that they do not have a full-time maintainer now. They had only six commits in the past 6 months, and they have many unanswered, unchecked issues and pull requests. The latest version is 2.7.1, and it was released 20 months ago in the beginning of 2019. And Mirantis, who purchased Docker Enterprise, have recently released the next major version of their product, version 3.1. So it seems that Docker registry is abandoned. Have you noted it? Is it something that we should be concerned about? And what can we do about it? I don't have answers myself. This is more a call for discussion.
Okay. Yeah, I can give an answer, and then I think Stephen and Daniel might know more. So basically, yeah, I mean, I think that it seems like Docker distribution has really let themselves go over the last 12, 18 months. So distribution is still a critical part for us, right? It's the Docker registry component of Harbor. Even with the the pivot towards OCI support, we're still using Docker distribution to store the images, to store the artifacts. So yeah, we had some conversations with Docker distribution because we had thought about maintaining a separate fork ourselves, but we didn't want to veer too far off the mainstream. It's also a lot of effort to maintain a fork as opposed to contributing to upstream. So I think the Docker project has, I mean, from what I've noticed, at least over the last couple months, I think they've been more responsive. I'm not sure about the numbers you mentioned, the number of comments, but I think we've had some more engagements with them because we had some issues around garbage collection, which needed their help. We had some issues around OCI conformance that they've been responding to our requirements, or at least we have some conversations going. So yeah, I mean, unfortunately, the project is in a really precarious state, being that it's being purchased by Mirantis and all. But I think we've also heard that it might be donated to CNCF as an open source partner. I mean, as a CNCF incubated project. And if it is, then the Harbor team, we're also interested in possibly becoming a maintainer and sort of working with them to drive the roadmap and to understand, to help collect the greater community and to sort of reignite this project. So that's what I know from my end. I don't know if Stephen or Daniel, if they're on a call, can talk more about some of the conversations we've had with Docker over the last couple months. Stephen? Do you have any other updates on some of the things that we're working with Docker on? The Docker guys?
I think currently we are working to, because from Harbor to Port, we support the OCI artifact, and we are trying to, make the conformance testing pass, right? So far, we still have several case failures. So some, fixing maybe need, work from the distribution side, and engineer maintainer from our side is trying to submit some fix. So maybe need, review or something else. I think that's primary work, right?
Okay. So Boris, are you what's your use case? Are you a consumer of Harbor? Are you a consumer of the native Docker distribution? So what are you
I'm a consumer of Harbor, and I am just concerned that I will start using Harbor now, and Docker distribution will die in a year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't really speak to their roadmap. I have heard that, they're looking for to possibly be donated to CNCF and trying to,
okay,
get more support.
I don't expect a specific answer from you now and from anybody. I just wanted to start this conversation so that we had it.
Yeah, it's definitely something we've noticed. We noticed it probably more than a year ago, that they really stopped responding to some tickets, and there hasn't been too much activity on their GitHub. I think a lot of people have noticed GitHub, or not GitHub, GitLab.
Mhm.
They also reached out to us because we had some common requirements around garbage collection, and
Mhm.
they asked us if we were interested in maintaining a copy of Docker distribution, because they also weren't getting that level of engagement that they would like.
Mhm.
And so, but I think
Okay.
they have been more responsive, just as far as I know, over the last couple months. So, if you have any requirements, we'd be happy to kick those up to Docker guys, because we have some engineers that we don't meet that are on a regular cadence, but we do meet from time to time. So,
Okay. Great. Thank you.
no problem. Yeah, I don't think it's something to worry about as a user of Harbor, because it's something that we're really aware of, and I think other people they'll be there to pick up the slack if Docker can't handle it. So
Thank you.
sure. That's all I really had for today. Any other questions, comments, things you guys want to talk about? So I just want to mention.
Have KubeCon Europe next week, so please join our sessions, both intro and the deep dive session, and we also have booths. If you have any questions or technical discussion, and welcome to join those sessions.
I believe it's the 17th to the 20th, right? We have 4 virtual booths. They're unfortunately European time based, or if you're European, it's good for you. I know we have, like Steven said, we have 2. There's an intro and then there's a deep dive. All right. If nobody has anything else, we can give everyone 5 minutes back. All right. Thanks for attending, guys.
Okay.
Have a good one.
Thank you, Alex. Bye. Thank you, everyone.
Goodbye.
Thank you.